Hi, David. How are you doing?
Doing well. I was sitting there like a doofus waiting for a phone call. Turns out.
Well, I am very excited to get to chat to you about this film. I absolutely loved it. I was a fan of the original comic book, and it's amazing to see how it has translated to the screen. But how would you describe
an incredible team.
how would you describe this film to someone who maybe hasn't read the book?
Well, this is what I would say. I would say this is an Elseworlds tale. It takes Bruce Wayne in his first adventures ever as the Dark Knight himself into this sort of Lovecraft-y world, and then we see Bruce accidentally awaken this evil that threatens Gotham City. It's interesting because Bruce Wayne is a science mind, and he is up against the fantastical, and he has to sort of give over to that world.
Yeah, he does. It does. It challenges him, I think, at every turn. Did you go back and read the comic book before you started recording for this film?
No, not at all. I go into it, and I allow the directors to sort of guide me. And sometimes I think that seeing the previous materials a little bit can affect a performance in a not so great way. Maybe you're just sort of, I don't know, maybe the directors are trying to do a new take on it. And I don't want that to inform. Yeah,
you don't want to end up kind of beholden to it, especially when it's something that I think is so well respected by fans as well. Obviously, this is your second time now voicing Batman. We had Soul of the Dragon, which was the 70s kung fu movie homage, and this time it's something much darker. It's much more supernatural. Did that change the way you approached voicing him at all?
It's funny. I was doing kind of the ADR for the first movie I did, and I heard my voice in the first movie, and Bruce Wayne seemed far more innocent, much younger, and getting to watch that just prior to doing my voice for this current film, I realized, and the directors and I realized, that I needed to go much darker, allow Batman to get, sound like he smoked like 40 cigars that day. It was really, I was fortunate to get to juxtapose the two performances within a very short amount of time. So he was a different guy. Batman's in this new film and wiser, and I think needed to go there.
And obviously you're working with Wes Gleason and Sam Liu, who are both legends of DC animation to begin with, but also both worked on Soul of the Dragon. It must be reassuring when you know you've got that level of expertise and DC knowledge helping you craft that performance.
Wes and Sam are, doing voice work is often a trust fall because you're doing it in a bit of a vacuum. You're not working directly with the other actors. It's just you, a screen, and the directors, and boy, they are craftsmen of the highest order, and getting to work with them twice, I've learned so much. It's such a different medium from film acting, and I have to say, I just feel like the luckiest guy.
You just mentioned something I was going to pick up on, actually, which is obviously, many people will know you for work in front of the camera. Do you enjoy that change of pace when you're going in to do voice work?
Are you asking if I enjoy showing up to work in sweatpants? Yeah, I do.
I wondered if you might say that, yeah.
Yeah, it's so great. An elastic-waisted pants and getting to be Batman at the very same time. It's a very strange sensation, though. I do recommend it.
That sounds like my dream job. Oh, if only I could do that.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Listen, maybe just throw on some sweats right now. You don't have to tell anybody.
Anyhow. One of the things that I have to remind myself every time one of these films releases is that, you as a cast aren't all in a booth together recording your dialogue. But is that something that you miss, being able to bounce off the other actors, or is it more a case of, you're working kind of one-on-one with Wes and getting, you're laying down the dialogue that way?
I probably miss it a little bit because I don't know. You just kind of want to know the world that you're in. And there's a learning curve, and it's a skill you learn. The first movie I voiced, I wish I could do it all over again, because after having seen the film, I'm like, oh, I need to do this and that. I generally feel like that after everything I do, to be honest. But it's just an entirely new skill. There's no possible way you could do it in a room with all the actors. That would take a year, and it would just be impossible to do. But I do miss it a little bit, and that's why watching the films after you're done with them is so informative. So you can go into the next one and just crush it.
Have you had a chance to watch this film back yet?
I haven't seen the whole film. I don't like to do it until I can get my wife and my daughter in the room with me. Though I did receive a link, and I watched some of it, and I love it. And I also see tons of it because you go in and do ADR. You kind of fill in the gaps of things they didn't get. So it's very fun. But I like to see it all at once.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're now in this legendary club of actors who played Batman. Some huge and amazing names and such a legacy. What do you think it is that makes the character so enduring?
He's the sexiest of all the superheroes, isn't he?
Totally agree.
A little bit.
Totally agree.
There's a darkness. I mean, sort of. My wife plays Lois Lane, and in a TV show called Superman and Lois.
It's a big week for her as well. Season premiere.
It is. They just had it, and I just went to their rep party last night. And anyhow, so Tyler Hoechlin, who plays Superman, and I often joke, I'm like, listen, Tyler, you get to wear your suit, all that kind of stuff, but Batman's far sexier. Can we admit it? And he agrees. So I think that there's a darkness to him. I think that he has suffered. I think that he suffers, and I think that, it's just a very cool archetype.
I think we really now need to see your Batman and his Superman together. I had not thought of that, but I'm just putting that out in the universe right now. Can we see that, please?
Can we
Someone make that happen.
Can we do this? Can we all three be wearing sweats? Can we all do it?
Brilliant. Thank you so much for taking time to chat with me today. I genuinely cannot wait for... Oh, no, please don't worry. I cannot wait for fans to see this. I think it is a brilliant adaptation. It is a wonderful movie, and I really hope we get more of your Batman in the future. So thank you very much.
You and me both. Great chatting.
Thanks for watching, Super Friends. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure to hit the subscribe button just down below and hit the bell so that you can get notified whenever we release brand new videos. In fact, there's 2 more waiting for you to watch right here below. So what are you waiting for? Why not click play?